PGAV Destinations is a leader in planning and development of unique attractions that have been built across the globe. And here today are Vice President Emily Howard and Senior Exhibit Designer Doug Nickrent. Welcome, Doug and Emily. So glad you guys could be here. So the thing I just love about your company right here in St. Louis, PGAV Destinations, you sound like a travel company. You travel a lot.
Yes,
but you guys are designing, your architects for these major amusement parks and museums and attractions across the world.
Yes.
And who would know right here in St. Louis? It's really cool.
Right. Yeah, we do destinations all across the globe, like you said. But we also do a lot right here in St. Louis, which is really fun as well. So.
Yeah, so how much, I mean, you have a very large staff. How many?
We do over 100 people.
Over 100 people. And so do you have any idea what percentage of the time is spent on St. Louis project versus out of St. Louis?
You know, I don't know for sure. And we have so many disciplines in-house, from architects to landscape architects to exhibit designers like Doug. We have people who are industrial designers, interior, so we do all kinds of different things in-house too.
Yeah.
So, you know, some projects might just be an exhibit design project or something like that. So there are a lot that we do in St. Louis, but I'd say most of our projects are all over the country and across the world.
Yeah. Okay. So Doug, tell us, give us an idea of the scope of the types of projects that you all have, that you've been involved with and the company's been involved with.
Wow. Well, the company itself has been involved with projects, as we say, all over the world. Everything from the largest aquarium in the world twice to...
Wait. Let's go back. The largest aquarium in the world. So where is that?
So the largest aquarium in the world currently is at Chimelong Ocean Kingdom in China.
Okay.
And formerly, the largest aquarium in the world was the Georgia Aquarium in Atlanta, Georgia.
So you did the Atlanta one, and then you guys did the China one after that?
Yes.
And you made it bigger than your last one?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So the two largest aquariums in the world.
Yes.
So, okay. So what else?
Theme parks all over the world as well, especially in the Orlando market. One of our major clients is SeaWorld theme parks. Cultural and historical attractions, things at Niagara Falls, for instance, things right here in town in St. Louis.
Such as?
Well, we just did recently the Inside the Economy Museum here in St. Louis. It's downtown. Focuses on economic literacy and financial literacy for students from 4th grade through college.
Yeah, so making money fun. That was your job, right, as the exhibit designer?
Making economics fun, which is a slightly larger challenge.
There you go. Right, that is a larger challenge. Very good. And then and there's a big exciting project we're going to talk about in the next segment coming up in St. Louis. But let's talk about your specific job. So Doug, we've kind of touched on the fact that you do exhibits. And Emily, tell us a little bit about what you do. And we'll come back to you, Doug, in a second.
Sure. I'm an architect by training, but really focus on design for animals and making habitats for animals, understanding what they need, what the staff might need, what guests would enjoy. So I fell in love with animals a long time ago, and it was a great way to merge my interest in architecture and my love for animals with this.
So you have to know a lot about different species and different types of animals, and is that something that you learn as you go?
Somewhat, yes. And that's part of the fun, is I love to continually learn about all these animals and their habitats. So yeah, we do a lot of research. Each time we start a new project, we start with the research and what the story is that we want to tell about those animals.
And then, Doug, you come in with the telling, right? The exhibit design.
We tell the story to the visitor, and we do that in a variety of ways. Everything from a sign that you might read next to an animal exhibit to a full-blown theatrical show that we might create in order to tell a great story, and everything in between. We work with media producers to create media presentations. We do physical play and interactivity pieces, graphic design, an entire gamut of things in order to communicate and inspire the visitor with the messages and the stories we want to tell.
And we were talking off camera before the show about that can carry, it's from the actual exhibit all the way through the retail store that's part of that museum or amusement park. So every aspect that touches the visitor, is that right? So lots of exciting stuff. It's hard to believe you guys only have 100 people. I mean, just hearing you talk about theatrical productions, I know that takes a lot more than a few. So, all right, so we're going to come back and talk about an exciting project coming up in St. Louis. So stay with us at STL Live. We'll have more with PGAV Destinations after this break.